Hydrogen cars versus electric. The future war. The gasoline era is ending. For more than a century, the world ran on combustion. Cities were built around it. Economies depended on it. Entire industries thrived because of it. But now, something bigger is happening. The world is choosing its next energy source. And the battle is not what most people think. This is not just about electric cars anymore. This is not just about batteries and charging stations. This is about a technological war that could define the next 100 years. On one side stands battery electric power, led by companies like Tesla, pushing silent acceleration into the mainstream. On the other stands hydrogen fuel cell technology, championed by brands such as Toyota and Hyundai, betting on a different kind of clean energy revolution. This is not a simple comparison. This is the future war, hydrogen versus electric. Only one can dominate the road ahead. Electric vehicles didn't arrive quietly. They exploded into relevance. When Tesla proved that electric cars could be fast, desirable, and practical, the industry shifted almost overnight. Governments began offering incentives. Automakers announced electrification plans. Charging networks expanded rapidly. Battery electric vehicles operate on a straightforward principle. Electricity stored in large battery packs powers electric motors that drive the wheels. There is no combustion, no exhaust pipe, and significantly fewer moving parts. The benefits are obvious. Instant torque, high efficiency. Lower maintenance requirements. Zero tailpipe emissions. Charging networks have expanded across major cities and highways. In many countries, EV adoption is accelerating rapidly. Consumers are increasingly comfortable plugging in overnight and waking up to a full tank. But behind this success lies complexity. Battery production requires rare earth materials. Charging infrastructure still varies dramatically by region. Charging times, while improving, remain slower than traditional refueling. Electric is winning today, but the war isn't over. Hydrogen vehicles operate differently. Instead of storing electricity in large batteries, hydrogen fuel cell vehicles generate electricity on demand. Hydrogen gas is stored in high-pressure tanks. Inside the vehicle, the hydrogen reacts with oxygen in a fuel cell stack, producing electricity that powers electric motors. The only byproduct, water vapor. The concept is elegant. Clean emissions, quick refueling times, long driving ranges. Vehicles like the Toyota Mirai and the Hyundai Nexo represent serious investments in this technology. Hydrogen cars feel like electric vehicles when driven. They are quiet, smooth, instantly responsive, but the difference lies in energy, storage, and refueling. Hydrogen refueling takes minutes, similar to gasoline. There is no waiting, 30 minutes at a charger, no overnight plug required. On paper, hydrogen solves one of electric's biggest criticisms. So, why hasn't it taken over? Technology alone does not win wars. Infrastructure does. Electric vehicles benefit from something simple but powerful. Electricity already exists everywhere. Homes have outlets. Cities have grids. Adding charging stations, while costly, builds on existing systems. Hydrogen faces a different challenge. Hydrogen fueling stations are rare. Extremely rare. Building hydrogen infrastructure is expensive. It requires specialized storage, transportation, and safety systems. Hydrogen must be compressed or liquefied, transported under strict conditions, and stored at extremely high pressures. Without widespread fueling networks, hydrogen cars remain limited in practicality. Electric vehicles can charge at home. Hydrogen vehicles cannot produce their own fuel. Infrastructure is currently electric's greatest advantage. Both technologies claim to be clean, but the truth is more nuanced. Electric vehicles produce zero tailpipe emissions, but battery production carries environmental costs. Mining lithium, cobalt, and nickel has environmental and ethical implications. Manufacturing batteries is energy intensive. However, as grids shift toward renewable energy, the lifetime emissions of EVs continue to drop significantly. Environmental impact depends heavily on how the hydrogen is produced. Most hydrogen today is created using natural gas through processes that emit carbon dioxide. This is known as gray hydrogen. For hydrogen to be truly clean, it must be produced using renewable electricity through electrolysis. This green hydrogen process is cleaner but currently more expensive and less widespread. In short, both technologies have environmental trade-offs. The cleaner the energy grid becomes, the stronger electric's case grows. The cleaner hydrogen production becomes, the stronger hydrogen's case grows. The war extends beyond vehicles. It extends into global energy policy. Efficiency is where electric vehicles dominate. When electricity is stored in a battery and used to power a motor, energy loss is relatively low. The system is direct and simple. Hydrogen adds additional steps. Electricity is used to produce hydrogen. Hydrogen is compressed and transported. Then it is converted back into electricity inside the car. Each step involves energy loss. From a purely efficiency standpoint, battery electric vehicles currently use energy more effectively. This matters on a large scale. Higher efficiency means lower overall energy demand. But efficiency is not everything. Practicality and scalability matter too. Range anxiety has long been a criticism of electric vehicles. However, modern EVs regularly achieve ranges exceeding 300 miles. Fast charging technology continues to improve, reducing downtime significantly. Hydrogen vehicles typically offer similar or slightly lower range, but refueling takes only minutes. For commercial fleets, long-distance travel, and heavy-duty vehicles, refueling speed becomes critical. This is where hydrogen shows serious promise. In sectors like trucking, shipping, and industrial transport, hydrogen may have advantages that batteries struggle to match due to weight and charging downtime. The war may not be about passenger cars alone, it may be about different use cases. Electric vehicles benefit from rapidly declining battery costs. As production scales, prices continue to drop. Major automakers are investing billions into battery factories worldwide. Hydrogen vehicles remain more expensive due to limited production scale and complex fuel cell systems. Infrastructure costs for hydrogen remain high, and scaling nationwide networks requires significant investment. At this stage, electric vehicles are winning the affordability battle, but hydrogen technology is still early in its adoption curve. Long-term, cost trajectories remain uncertain. Automakers are not unified in this war. Some brands are committing heavily to battery electric platforms, phasing out combustion engines entirely. Others, like Toyota, continue to invest heavily in hydrogen research, believing it offers long-term benefits beyond passenger cars. The global strategy may not be equal. It may be both. Electric may dominate urban mobility. Hydrogen may power heavy transport and industrial sectors. But in consumer perception, the battle remains direct. Consumers care about convenience, cost, and reliability. Electric vehicles have achieved cultural relevance. They are visible, widely marketed, and increasingly common. Hydrogen vehicles remain niche. Many consumers have never seen a hydrogen fueling station. Some do not even know hydrogen cars exist. Visibility matters in technological wars. The more people see EV, the more comfortable they become with them. Hydrogen faces a perception gap as much as an infrastructure gap. Energy independence plays a critical role. Electric vehicles rely on electricity, which can be generated domestically from renewable sources. This reduces dependence on imported oil. Hydrogen can also be produced domestically, but large-scale green hydrogen infrastructure requires major investment. Countries with strong renewable energy capabilities may favor electric adoption first, then integrate hydrogen for specific industries. The future may vary by region. There may not be one global winner. The next decade will define this war. Battery technology is improving rapidly. Solid-state batteries promise higher energy density and faster charging. Charging networks continue to expand globally. Hydrogen research is advancing as well. Improved electrolysis methods, storage technologies, and production efficiency may dramatically change its viability. The question is not which technology is superior in theory. The question is which technology scales faster. Right now, electric vehicles are ahead, but hydrogen is not out of the race. If the war were decided today, electric vehicles would win. They have infrastructure. They have adoption. They have momentum. But the future is rarely decided by momentum alone. Hydrogen offers advantages in refueling speed, heavy transport, and potentially long-term energy storage solutions. The most realistic outcome may not be total domination by one side. It may be coexistence. For daily drivers. Hydrogen. For heavy industry and long-distance logistics, the real war is not about cars. It is about how humanity powers itself.